Hi there, and welcome to Paul Ratman Koi. Episode 9 of the Doitsu Showa. Follow, stick around to find out. Thanks for all the comments, the thumbs up and the subscribers. I really appreciate it and it helps build my channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's look at some of the Doitsu Showa and see how they've progressed over the weeks. So these are some of the ones from my Doitsu Showa, which will be going to the koi pond shop for resale. These are some of the ones that I've culled that I'm getting rid of. So yeah, there's not some too bad ones, but I can only keep so many. There's a few more out of there which I have to take out, but just to give you an idea, that's the majority of them that I'm going to be culling today, and they'll be going to a friend of mine's to the koi fish shop for resale. There's all different sizes there. There's some Showa, they're all from the Doitsu leather, so there's a couple of nice kahakus in there, a lot of plain colours, and there's a lot of ones that, yeah, just not going to improve much at all. I'll get a few out into the bowl and let you have a closer look at them. I'll put them in a smaller white bowl and give you a better look. So these are some what I've scooped out, but I'm gonna, they must have missed the cull, but there's a few in there with quite potentials. So that kahaku's pretty good down there. And also there's a few of the Doitsu Showa as well, there's a couple of Doitsu leather in there. So I'm gonna, there's also a couple of potential tanshos. So this one here, so that one there looks like a tansho. Sorry, it's just jumped off the net, that one there. That one looks like a potential tansho. There's also another one down there which is a Doitsu tansho, which could be a potential as well. So I'll keep these ones here. There's also someone that looks like an Chiba there as well, but I don't think it is, but I'll see how they go as well. So I'll keep those one, I'll put those to one side and see how they develop over the next few weeks. There's about 9 or 10 in there which I'm going to put aside. The kahaku's quite nice, quite a big Toby, so we'll see how that pattern develops. It hasn't got a perfectly white nose, but it's got a break in the nose, but it's got quite a good size, so I'll see how that develops. The other ones, I've popped them in this tank here. So I've popped them in this tank here for the time being. I've got a friend coming over next week just to take them off my hands, so then this will free up this space as well. But I've popped them down there for the time being. There's no filter on this pond, but there is lots and lots of air. This is what I breed in, and now the breeding season is virtually finished, so I'm going to pop them in there, and then I'll get rid of them next week. But these ones I'll keep on for another week or so, and I'll see how they develop. And then next week, my next week task is sorting them out in the corner there. So I'll pop these back in one of these round tubs over here, these 400 litre tubs. I'll put these back in there to live another day. So I'll see how they go. So there's 10 of those. So I'll pop them back in there. And I'll do a big water top up on there as well. This one I've emptied out completely. So I'll just clean all that out now. But I'll do
100% top up on that water there, give them some clean fresh water.
Just a couple of the Doitsu leather showers that I've put aside to one side at my place just to see how they go. The other ones I've sorted out. I've gone to a friend of mine to the koi shop for resale for the small ones, but these ones I've kept these. I've put these out to one side. So I've got these at my place and just see how they develop. I've only got 9 in there, but just to see how they develop. Yeah, I've just got them in this in my breeding pond. There's no filter on there, but I do water change every day, so yeah, they're all happy in there.
21st of January, part 9 of my Doitsu leather shower. The fry are now 83 days old, and I'll be going to my father-in-law's today. I'll go through a few of the fry and I'll show you how they've progressed over the weeks.
And they're coming on pretty good at the father-in-law's place. Yeah, some nice colour starting to develop now. Still need to go through some of these today, get rid of some of them. These are a lot in there. I'd say there's about 50, so I need to get them right down. But the water clarity is pretty good, which is good. Yeah, some nice ones in there. I'll scoop a few out shortly and have a look at them, see what they're looking like. I'll also have a look at the ones in the smaller pond as well. So these are the larger ones. They're the larger ones, and then the smaller ones are in that pond there. So I'll have a look at them ones now. Just take the air stone out. Yeah, they're come on nice now as well. Still too many in there as well though. I need to go through them as well. Try and sort out the keepers. There must be about 100 in there, maybe a bit more. Yeah, some of them are getting nice patterns. Some of them are a bit messy and too much black. But I'll sort through those today as well. I'll have a look at those today. But yeah, according to my father-in-law, these are ones that are always hungry. They're getting fed between 3 and 4 times per day now. A lot of little ones in there, there's a lot of small ones as well. I'll take some out and have a look at some. Get rid of that air stone. That air stone is. That's better. Taking the air stone out now. Give you a better look. Yeah, a lot of black on them. It's good to see how they develop once that black stretches a little bit. Let's see if we can get out of that reflection. I'll see if I can scoop a few of these ones out. This one's a little bit more dirty because it hasn't got a UV light compared to the other one. Yeah, the other one over there, there's a UV light on this one. So this one's a bit clearer. Yeah, this one's a lot clearer. These are the bigger ones. I'll scoop a few out. So these are some of the ones from the smaller pond. So look at a few of these there. A lot of black on these ones. These ones are okay, the smaller ones. But yeah, there's a lot of black on them. A lot of black, that looks like a Hiyatsuri. Yeah, that looks like a Hiyatsuri. There's not really any nice ones there. They're all a little too much black. Let's have a look. That one looks okay. This one here looks okay. Yeah, there's a lot of black on them ones. And a lot of small ones. So look at this one, eh? Now, I'll get the pan net. Give you a better look. Bear with me. That's better. I'll get some on the pan net. Give you a closer look. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of Hiyatsuris in there. But not many Showa. This is the smaller batch. Doesn't look to be many Showa at all. Yeah, look more like a lot of Hiyatsuris. I can see a couple in there with bent noses. Let's have a look at them, eh? Now they all look pretty rubbish in there. Yeah, no white noses, too much black, too much speckling of all the pattern. A few with bent noses and dolphin heads. So yeah, I need to sort through these. These aren't the best. A couple of small ones as well. They're really tiny, about 81 days old, very tiny. So it looks like I'll be getting rid of a lot of those. That's probably about the best, that one there. Even that's still a little bit dark, a lot of black on them. So I've got some now in a little bowl, just in the pan net, so it's a little bit easier for you to see, but you can see there's not many in there which are any good. There's a lot of black, not much clear Shiroji white, and that one's not too bad. See if I can scoop it out, that one there. Probably can't grab it. Yeah, there's a few with bent noses as well, which I need to take out. So this one here, I don't know whether you can see there, but it's got a bent nose. I'll put some of these back in here now, maybe give you a better look. See if I can find it again. This one here. So this one there has got a bent nose. See, it's got a bent nose. So unfortunately, yeah, that's not good. So I'll scoop some more out, see what else I can find in there. See, that's a big one, that one there. Let's look at that one. See, that's quite a big one. It looks like a Hiyotsuri. So far I've sorted through about 50 or 60, and so far these are the keepers. These are the potentials, which I'm going to try and grow on a bit longer. And these are the ones which will be going to the pawn shop. I've got a few more to sort through. This is in the small pond, so I'm slowly thinning them out. I'll grab some, I'll scoop out a few more, cull a few more, then I'll get back to you. So I've sorted through them all now. The Doitsu Showa. These are the keepers to grow on for another few weeks. Anything with a bit of white showing, a bit of a pattern. But I'll leave these in the back in the pond now for the next few weeks and see how they go until I cull again in a few weeks' time. So there's probably about 30 in there. 30 in there. These are the ones that will be going to the pawn shop for resale. These are the smaller ones, the one with too much black. Let's see, I'm zooming on some of them there. So these are the non-keepers. As you can see, they're all like a wishy-washy colour, a lot of black, not much white showing. Whereas these ones here, the keepers, you can see the keepers there, there's more white showing through, more of a pattern. So we're going to see how they develop. Some of them, the sumi is still under the skin, and a lot of the time with the Doitsu Showa doesn't come out till later on. So I don't want to disregard some of the possibilities, but some of them there, yeah, some of them aren't too bad. But these, remember, these are from the smaller pond, so these are the smaller ones. I'll give you a measure from my thumb, shall I? Let's have a look. So the size of my thumb. So yeah, they're about 30 mil, some of them. but at least there's a lot more white showing, which is what you want. There's a couple of potentials in there, but we'll see how they go. We'll leave him there for a few weeks, and then we'll check on again in a few weeks' time. But yeah, there's a couple of potentials down there. Some with a bit of a white nose, which is good. Some of a pattern, but the thing is the black is under the skin, so it's still got to come out, and the cerosia, the white, is still developing. So once it breaks, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so what I'll do now is I'll pop those. They'll be going back into that pond there. So they will go back into there now. So I'll pop them back into there. So I'll pop them back in there now, back in their home for the next few weeks. So these are the ones I'm getting rid of. You can see there's not much white. There's a bit of white, but not much of a pattern. So I'll take them home now. I'll put them in my pond at home for a couple of weeks, and then see how they go, and then I'll take them to the koi shop, to the pond shop. But yeah, a lot of them are not growing, but that's at least, I'd say, a couple of hundred there, which I've thinned out, which will give the other potentials time to develop a little bit bigger over the next few weeks. I'm not going to scoop the big ones out today. I don't want to unsettle them as well. So yeah, these are the larger ones, which there's some nice ones in there developing. There's also some shitty ones as well, but I'll cull them next time I come. But yeah, they're always hungry for food. That's a nice one there, but not very good pattern, but a leather. That big one down there. That one there. But yeah, there's a few in there with potentials. That's my favourite. If I can see my favourite, I'll just zoom in on my favourite. See if I can see it. So my favourite one, which I pointed out last week, was that one there in the middle. It's pretty hard to see. This one there. It's pretty hard to see because they're waiting for the feed. But yeah, there's some nice potentials in there. So if I can spot my favourite again, There it is. There's my favourite, that one there. It's gone now, it's scarpered. Should come back in the picture soon. That one there, you can just see it now in the middle. Oh, it's gone again. But yeah, there's some very nice ones there. I'll give them a feed and give you a closer look. These ones here are the number 2 pellets. I'll give them a feed. Yep, they love the food. Yeah, there's a couple of nice ones there. I reckon there's at least 3 which I've picked out, which should be really some beauties. And the 3 have got beautiful, the whites coming through, the patterns nice and sharp, the the sumi, still developing. But yeah, it should come up good then. They're just so quick. And obviously this pond is a lot clearer as well because it's got a UV light on here, which keeps it nice and clean. I'll pop a little bit more food in. It's my favourite there. Yeah, they're always hungry, these ones. There's a couple in there, probably 2 or 3 what got really nice pattern, nice edging, and the shiroji, the whites through as well. So you get a bit of size on them. Can't really see the size of my thumb there. So I'm back home now, and these are the ones which I'll be going to be placing in this this pond here for a short time until a friend of mine picks them up from the fish shop. So I'll count through them all now, see how many of these in there. Let's have a guess. Let's have a guess there. I'd say there'd be 120. Just a rough guess, 120 to 150. See how we go. So I've put them all in there now. So see how they've got a little filter box set up on there as well, just to help with the water. Let's see how many there were. 195. 195. Surprised how many there is, but there you go, 195. Can't see them in there, they're just straight at the bottom, and I've got a lot of air in there as well, so it's really churning that water up, so it's pretty good. So I've just put a little filter box on there today with a bit of bacteria in there just to get it started. There's plenty of air in there, These are just the ones for me to get rid of to the koi fish shop, pond shop.
So I spent several hours at my father-in-law's this morning. It was a bit of a hot day. It's 40 degrees today, so I managed to do about 2 or 3 hours sorting through a few of the Doitsu Showa fry. I also cleaned the filters as well. So I ended up bringing back home 195, and then I think I left about 30 there. Probably not what I expected. A lot of the fry were too black. There was a lot with bent noses and a couple with bent tails. So not what I expected, but I've still got the big ones in the other pond as well. So I've still got, yeah, probably about 30 or 40 good ones, which I need to grow on for the next few weeks. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, stay safe out there. Paul Ratman Koi, over and out.